Hi parents, you're watching Up to Date. Thank you, by the way, for watching. I'm Jordan. I am the student director here at Calvary, and you are parents of 7th through 12th graders. Thank you for watching. We're going to dive into details on student ministries. But before we do that, let's take a dive into world history, specifically television history. On this day in 1973, the last episode of Blank aired on NBC as the popular Western series ended after 14 seasons. Now, you may not know what popular Western series I'm talking about. That's okay. I will sneak the answer somewhere in the rest of this episode, so just pay attention. Thank you for watching. I'm sorry that this hasn't been the staple that it was last year in student ministry. When we did prime time with Katie, video production schedule got a little crunched, but I hope that this returns to some kind of normal. These will come out about every other week, just keeping you up to date on what's going on. So what's going on? On Wednesdays, we're still doing youth group more or less as normal, and we've launched into sermon discussion through the month of January. So we talked about God's goodness. We talked about how we see God's goodness in all of the things that He's given us, but most clearly, most convincingly in Jesus, in giving us Christ. So I want you to know that, when we're going through sermon discussion, that's just another opportunity for you to interact with your students about the preaching of God's Word. So we talk about it on Wednesdays. Maybe you could make the most of that, pick up on that, if it would help you in discipling your child, your student. I will probably regret not doing this with coffee. But in any case, on Sundays, we, as you know, aren't doing Sunday school right now, but when we pick back up, we'll be right at the close to the tail end of chapter 3 of Philippians. I'll get more to that in a different episode since we're kind of taking a break, so I'll save that. I want to make you aware of two things coming up in student ministry. One is an event. It is another Zoom game night. We did a couple of these, one of these last year, last March, and I got the students to agree to do it again. So with precautions and things, I don't see us doing an all-out game night here at the church, but I thought maybe if I upped my game, I could make a Zoom night pretty fun. So I've got some good ideas. I am promising that it will be a bonanza of quality laughs and worthless prizes. That's not true. I think the prizes will be 50% worthless and then some of them respectable. In any case, don't send your kids to the church on Wednesday, February 3rd. That will be the youth group game night. Does that make sense? So that's one thing. And then the other is that our lady leaders are going to provide another discipleship environment for our girl students. So similar to how Megan Handy once a month used to take girls out to her house to do some study and discipleship, we're going to do something kind of like that, but the lady leaders have been talking about it and how to make the most of their time. We're going to do it at my house. And so my wife and Megan and some of the other lady leaders are going to be walking through a study, sharing testimonies, just sharing their lives with your students. That's the plan. Now, naturally, the question then is, are we doing something similar for the boys? I would like to pitch that back to you. I'd like to know your interest as I think about that question, because we have so many more boys and a lot of junior high boys and only a few high school boys. Basically, I think it would be harder for me to say, let's have all the boys come out to some other house. So first, if you think that, man, my son would really enjoy something like that and my family can make space for that to happen in our schedule on a Sunday afternoon, because that's likely what it would be, let me know. Shoot me an email, jordan.helwig@calvaryplainfield.net. Also, whether or not you are a parent of a guy or a girl, but you don't plan on sending your student to something like that, just let me know. That would be helpful. Not required, but It would be helpful to know if, from a precaution standpoint or just a family busyness standpoint, you're not interested in sending your student to this kind of extra get-together, extra environment for discipleship. So those are the things kind of coming down the pike right now. So the first week that the ladies will do that is February 21st, I believe. That's a Sunday. So it will normally be the third Sunday of every month. Pay attention to more details as those come out. I think that'll do it for this video. I'll check back in another couple weeks. The answer to the trivia question was, of course, Bonanza. Thank you so much for watching. It's a joy to serve you and your students. I will see you soon.